all, Jamie Rodgers here from Craftmania, and today we are bringing you a brand new offer to stock up them cupboards for January, because we know as paper crafters, the one thing we need to kickstart the year is a good supply of card. And we have got for you a brand new brand to us of plain card at Craftmania. And it's such incredible value, and today we're bringing it to you on an even better offer. Now we have 11 different options for you to choose from, and many of them have different mixtures in the packet. So you're going to receive 5 colours and you're going to get 10 sheets of each one. But I'll go through them all shortly so you can see all the different packs, see all the different colours that you're going to receive in each one. Some of them are solid colours of just one shade, and there are essentials like craft card, cream card, black card, bits like that. But I promise I'll take you through all 11 in a minute. Now the actual packs themselves, I've done a bit of research and I have found these online for anywhere up to £9 per packet plus P&P. Now here at Craftmania, your packets are only £4.49, which is incredible value considering there's 50 sheets of card in each one. But on top of that, for January, we have a special offer. If you go into the coupon code on the website when you're checking out and just enter the code CARD, C-A-R-D, you will receive an offer of buy 3, get 1 free. And you can escalate that however much you want to. The system will do it all for you. So if you buy 6 packets, you're going to get 2 free. If you buy 9 packets, you're going to get 3 free, and so on and so forth. So this is an incredible time for you to be stocking up on your card stock that we know we're going to be needing throughout the year, aren't we? Now, when you buy your 3 packets and get 1 free, that means you're actually going to be receiving 200 sheets of card for £13.47. That works out to being 6 pence per sheet. 6p for 200 sheets. I know, it's bonkers. And I really mean it's bonkers when we compare it to other brands of card that we stock here at Craftmania. You take our Mayor card, for instance. I think that's now about 25, 26p a sheet. It is a slightly thicker weight. It's 270 GSM and it's a great quality card. But when we compare it to this one, for our mats, our layers, our stamping, our die cutting, and we can have this at 6p a sheet, we're all trying to save pennies, this is the way to go. So let's have a little look at what you can do with this, and then I will take you through your 11 options. But before I do that, don't forget that if you live within the UK, your P&P is completely free with us anytime you spend over £5. If you live internationally, I will warn you, due to weight restrictions, there might be a bit of a limit on how many we can send and where we can send them, but put your orders through as normal and we will do our best to get them sent to you. If you've got any questions on international shipping, just check out the website under customer service. But in short, we cap your postage at the most you'll pay is £10. But have a little read of it or ask the questions in the comments and I can give the link for you. But in the UK, free over £5, internationally capped at £10. So let's have a little look at why this card stock is so special and what we can be doing with it. So our lovely card, of course, can have a lot of different things done to it. But very quickly, I've just done a few tests because I know what you like and you're going to ask the same questions that I did. Can we stamp with it? Can we die cut it? Can we emboss it? What colour core has it got? All them vital bits that we need to know. Now, there is a bit of variation between them in the fact that the packs of card which are all one colour do seem to have a matching colour core. But when I've been playing around with the mixed colours of card, I fell in love with this because I found that they have a white core to them. And that means when we want to do our shabby chic effects, we've got this lovely white edge that we can ink and we can play with and we can create with that just gives us a slightly different style to what we would normally have. I think that's a really lovely edge to have and a really lovely way to be able to play around with it. But it doesn't stop here. Whenever we're looking at having a lighter colour core to the top colour, it means that we can go in and we can sand it. So I've taken this one and I've put it through an embossing folder and I've just brought in a sanding block and taken off the top just lightly to reveal that core colour coming through. Now, another nice thing about this, and it depends on what you're doing with it and what colours you're working with and bits like that, but we can add inks to the top of here. Now, if we went in with like a light yellow ink maybe, or a light pink ink, you would find that if it isn't such a strong colour that it colours the burgundy, it'll just colour the white bits or the edges, and you're going to end up with a two-tone effect. It doesn't have to remain as white, it just gives you a different option. But between our decal edge tearing rule and our sanding ability, I absolutely love having this white core run through it. So that's just one of the ways, or two of the ways, that we can be using the mixed colour packs to our advantage. So we can see we can emboss, we can see we can tear. How about stamping on top of it? And for this one, I purposely did this with one of our Craft Fusion inks. And I've gone for our, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, but we've gone for this lovely crimson shade. And I've stamped this across, and it's got a nice pearl finish to it. Now, hopefully you can see that show up, but I wanted a tone-on-tone style to show you the stamping, and there's a bit of a pearl finish in there. I don't know how well the camera will show that, but I've used the French script stamp to stamp this across the top. So just showing you, we can stamp on it as well. We can, of course, also die cut it. So I've used my Graham butterfly die cut, and I've gone through and I've die cut this out, and it looks beautiful. And you might be worried about that white core shining through, but actually, even when we put it right on top of the same colour, there's no core showing through. I've not coloured around the edges in any way, shape or form, but we've got that slight white if we tip it to the side, but no vital evidence showing through on the top there. So I'm really in love with this. I can see I'm going to be going to this as a go-to cardstock for quite a while, because we've got that ability to colour it if we want to. We've got that ability to tear it if we want to. When I emboss, just as a full disclaimer, it is only 180 GSM, and I did find a little bit of cracking with my 3D folder. It didn't matter for me because I was going to go in and sand it. But just be aware, if you are playing around with really deep folders or electronic machines like my one was, you might get a little bit of cracking, but we know that, don't we? We know how that happens. And there are tricks. We can put paper either side of it, we can remove our shims, we can take it down, or like this one, we can sand the top of it. So it's all about knowing the limitations of the product that we're working with, or the options that it gives us to go forward with. And I found that die cutting, tearing, stamping, and sanding all worked very, very nicely for what I wanted to achieve with this card. And this is just a few of the sheets out of the first packet I wanted to share with you, because I thought it would be good to show you the packs in order of the times I feel we're going to be needing them. So our first packet that I'm going to share with you is our reds packet. Now, as I mentioned, 50 sheets in each one, and you can see here hopefully the different shades coming through perfectly here for you. There's also a little sticker on the top here showing you again 5 different shades, 50 sheets, 180 GSM, double-sided in colour, perfect to work with, and of course A4 in size. So there are your reds, and I'm thinking for these we've got Christmas obviously that's just happened, but Christmas is never far away, so we'll be heading back into that realm shortly. Before Christmas, obviously, we've got Valentine's Day, which is the perfect time for all of your red hearts and the love. Team this with some black cardstock, which we'll be sharing with you shortly, and we would have a lovely romantic colour scheme to work with. And of course, we've got reds that you might want to bring in summertime as well as many other occasions. Speaking of summer, we move on to our next pack, and you can see our 5 shades on the top here already. But just giving you a little look at these ones, we have got this beautiful, look how glorious that is, that beautiful fuchsia pink. We've got another shade of red for you. We've got a nice sort of lilac. We've got a soft pink, and then we've got this beautiful lime shade as well. So a real vast array of shades with this one. Unlike the reds where we stayed pretty much in one sort of wheelhouse with just slightly different tones, this time we've gone off on a complete different tangent, and you've got 5 completely different tones in there to play with. That's your summer card pack. Then we can move on and we'll have a little look at Ocean. Now this one's glorious, and I love the way they've given these little names as well. Now in Ocean, we've got this gorgeous mint green. Now I'm sure by now, if you've been following me a while, you know how I love my blues. You know I love my dark blues, and I like my really soft blues. Well, this one actually has 3 different blues in it, and it's got a purple in there as well. So you've got your 5 different colours, and that of course is the Ocean colourway. So that might be one that you wish to add into your basket. Now that's 3 down already, just another 8 to have a little look through. And this one's one I would have to go for, if I'm being honest. This is our pinks collection. Now, I have gone on about this quite a lot actually over my time, how hard it is to get nice soft shades of pink. Now, this doesn't only give us soft shades of pink, it also gives us bright shades of pink like this one. But to me, it's all about probably actually them 4 shades, but especially these 3. I think they are absolutely glorious, and value for money wise, I'm happy to buy them 3. Possibly not use these 2 as much, but as somebody who loves working in light pinks and shades, this teamed with a cream that's coming up shortly, I think could look very shabby chic, very romantic, very, very delicate. Or of course we could team it with some of the reds that we was looking at a little while ago, or we haven't yet got there. But how about bringing in some craft card and mixing in with this collection? I just think these pinks are going to be ones that I go back to time and time again. So that is your pinks collection. And then moving forward from there, we have our purples. And I really like the way that they've given us so many shades with each one of these, because to me, these are colours that I need lots of shades in. And this is just gorgeous. Look how rich this is. How glorious is that as a purple? I really am in love with this one. And I feel that it's going to team perfectly as we go through the different shades, stepping down. But these darker ones, these are going to be great for that sanding technique, that ripping technique. And then you've got your matching layers to do your matting with as well. And then we've got our soft, this one to me, and it might be my eyes, but it actually looks quite periwinkly. It's sort of more of a blue than a lilac, but that can vary in likes, obviously. But you've got your 5 different shades in that one, making up your purples collection. I also feel that one we might be using those for Halloween. I don't know if many of you craft for Halloween, but Halloween is never far away. And then we have our brights set. Now in our brights set, again, we have got 5 different colours to give you an idea of. And this one reminds me a little bit of the summer one, but we've got even brighter tones going on in here. So we have got that bright yellow, we've got that pool blue, we've got this glorious lime. Now I, up until recently, wouldn't have gone for the lime. I wasn't a big fan of lime at all, but I was using this a lot with my fairy dyes and with my flowers, and I really fell in love with lime. And I think that this one would come in really nicely for a lot of my style of crafting. You've then got a nice orange. Now, orange card is not an easy one to find. Genuinely, it isn't. I know people who have struggled to collect oranges in cardstock for a long, long time, and this is a really lovely one. And then on top of that, you've got this beautiful sort of cerise pink that is just mesmerising. And that will make up your brights pack. So on to our next one, and this one's another gorgeous one. Another one that I would have to be adding into my collection. And this one actually gives us a little bit of our craft card in here. This is our beach pack. Now again, I mentioned my love of blues. That does stretch into teals, and this sort of duck egg blue colouring, and this sort of spearminty tealy one. Oh, they're lovely. Then we've got a sort of more of a soft milk, and then maybe like a light straw shade, but you can really see where the names come from, can't you? Then beach tones are there. And then we've got some craft card to top that off as well. So you've got your 50 sheets divided between those tones. But again, one I would have to be adding into my collection because I think that is a glorious colourway. I'm so looking forward to getting to craft with these because they genuinely are colours that I can see I'm going to be using over and over again. Now, another one I do often use, you will have seen me use this an awful lot in the projects I share, is grey. Now, grey is another one of them colours to me that you don't just want one shade of. So this pack is, again, a true essential because we've got 5 different shades of grey. And I think that's quite important because if you don't always want the darkest, you don't always want the lightest, and we need these sort of mid-tones. Now, again, great for men's cards, as well as sort of teenager cards, as well as them more sort of, I like to call them arty cards, ones where I've done a really mixed media background and I don't want to put it on black. I don't want something as harsh as black, but I don't want to just leave it on white. I need that contrast. This is an elegant colour scheme to bring in to matte and layer with. And you can see how stylish this is. You bring in a cogs embossing folder or some nice clocks and you put them 5 tones together on your card, and to me you've got the perfect masculine birthday card, get well soon card. All of them different themes that so many of us struggle to do could be covered just with the colours in this pack alone. So again, and I know I sound like a parrot, that's one I would have to be adding into my shopping list if I was you. But we're all different and we all have our own sort of requirements, don't we? Then we move on to the cream. Now again, we know what we need in life. We know which colours we're going to be using a lot of, and so do they, because in this pack we have got 50 sheets of cream. Now this is incredible value. £4.49 for 50 sheets. On the offer, only 6p a sheet. Now I'll be honest, we stock 4, 5, 6 maybe different versions of cream card, even in bulk packets, and none of it gets anywhere near 6p a sheet. 6p a sheet. It's just incredible value. And when you think we can be stamping on it, we can be die cutting it, we can be using it for our mats, our layers, to me, another essential. Then we move on to our craft card. Now again, we do several different brands of craft card, and this varies so much in price. But none of them, I'm going off my head here, I'm going off my memory, but I don't think any of them get anywhere near £4.49 for 50 sheets. I might be wrong, but I don't think they do. I think they're much, much dearer. And then you put it onto the offer and you're going to be paying 6p a sheet for craft card. I just think that's, again, a no-brainer. We bring in our white inks on these. We bring in that shabby chic style. We bring in that cream that we were just looking at, and we're talking wedding invitations. We're talking luxury. We're talking vintage. To me, this is a colour palette between all of the bundles that we're going to mix and match and use time after time. Now, the last one to bring in, of course, is the good old faithful It's Black. Now, we all need black cardstock, don't we? And I love this one because it actually, to me, has a bit of a navy tinge to it. It's more of a navy black than a black. Now, that might be my eyes, so don't follow me on that one and don't necessarily buy it for that reason. But to me, it is a lovely black cardstock that, again, a bit like when we were talking about the craft card, I can see me stamping in white on top of this. I can see me using my metallic pens on top of this. I can see me coming in with my gel pens and doodling on here, heat embossing in white ink, or again using this for my arty cards. You see I use a lot of black and white. I love a monochrome card, and I can see that I'm going to be using this again time after time to do all of my different techniques with. Now this one does have a black core to it, so when we tear this, again, we've got that black on black tone, so there's no harsh white with this one, and I think that's quite nice to see. I mentioned it earlier as well, and I said the packs where you've got sort of multiple of the same. I should be using my tearing rule for this, but you can see again with the craft card, we again have that same tone to it, and we'll do the cream one as well, just so you can see that. In my testing, and I haven't done a lot because I haven't been out of the box very long at all, this is why I use a rule, because you can see not a diagonal line to be had, but never mind. Again, with our cream, you can see we've got that cream core. To me, it was all when I was testing the colourways, the mixed colourways, was when I was finding that I'd got that lovely white core to it. So don't be surprised if not all of it is, but it's certainly in quite a few of the shades. So play around and have a look at it. But I think cardstock-wise, quality-wise, the ability you've got with it and the price you're going to be paying for it, this is a cardstock that you are going to fall in love with and be coming back time after time for. So just in case we've forgot, we have got the red colourway, we have got the summer colourway, we have got the ocean colourway, we have got the pinks, we have got the purples, we have got the brights, we have got the beach colourway, then we have the grey, and those are all of our mixes. And then to top that off, we have got cream card, craft card, and black card. All of your options to give you the best value, the best amount of colours, the best build up to start off the year, the best base for all your mats, your layers, your stamping. Look at all of that lot as options and rainbows to be playing around with. And don't forget, £4.49 a packet. Buy 3 packets, get 1 free. That's going to equal £13.47 for you to be taking home 4 packets, 200 sheets of card at only 6p pence a sheet. And if you live within the UK, once again, your P&P will be completely free if you spend over £5. If you're living internationally, not a problem, we can send it to you, but do check out how our international shipping works. Now, I have a feeling, and I might be wrong here, but I think you're going to be doubling up. I don't know how you're going to pick between these colours. I feel that a lot of you are going to be going for all 11 in some format. Now, obviously, it's buy 3, get 1 free. So maybe you might pick that you want double up of the black, and that's going to make your 12. Or maybe you want a double up of the craft. Or maybe you don't like cream, you only work in lighter shades. So maybe you might want to triple up on something else. The choice is yours. This isn't a pre-picked bundle. This is all about you picking what you would like. You mix, you match, you pick as you wish. But at the moment, all 11 options are available at www.craftmaniacrafts.com. When you head onto our website, you will see a YouTube little top bit on the menu bar that runs across the top. If you click that YouTube button, it will take you through to a page where you will find all of the card from the card offer for January and this video if you need to watch it again to give you a little view through the cards, and it will be there that you can buy them. Don't forget to use your coupon code CARD. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell icon, and I can't wait to see you all again soon for more offers, more promotions and more ideas here at Craftmania. Bye for now.